Really? Oh, man.
Mark, what are you reading that's getting you so worked up?
It's a poll that predicts Kragor from planet Zarkon 3 will win our next presidential election.
Really? What's the source for that poll?
Oh, it's a very reliable one, actually. UFO Today.
I don't know if that's a really reliable source.
Well, it must be. The supermarket featured it right in front of the checkout counter.
If you want to gain a sustainable competitive advantage in your marketplace, you've got to build authority and back it up with trustworthy yet interesting content. Want to know why? Here's why.
So, Eric, in our last episode, you explained the value of what you called a sustainable competitive advantage. Now, before we get into some ways we can build that, recap for us briefly what that is.
Sure, Mark. A sustainable competitive advantage is anything that is so unique and hard to accomplish that your competitors will be hard-pressed to replicate it, and even if they do, they will be playing catch-up. It's also an advantage that you can continue to reap benefits from over time rather than a one-off quick win.
Okay, so what are some of the strategies that we can use to build sustainable competitive advantage?
One is to become a respected leading authority in your space, what some might call a thought leader or influencer. If you play that right, authoritative sources and respected influencers other than yourself will begin to quote you, refer to you, and link to your content.
So that last one, getting authoritative links to your content, that's especially powerful, given the continued power of links that you showed in your big study on the real ranking power of links. Our viewers can check that out at the link on the screen right now.
Yes, becoming known as the go-to authority in your market is one of the best and most sustainable ways to keep earning that kind of organic, deserved links that search engines love so much.
Now, what's another path to building a sustainable competitive advantage?
Creating superior content. Now, that's what we hear a lot these days, but let me give you some different twist to it. One is getting massive amounts of user-generated content, or UGC, such as reviews on product pages. Such content goes a long way toward making your site's pages more unique and valuable to search engines. But the trick here is getting UGC at scale while maintaining high quality at the same time.
So now Stone Temple is working on an amazing game-changing solution to that problem, but Eric won't let me tell you about it yet.
Speaking of product pages, one of the big dilemmas for e-commerce SEO is creating product pages that are unique and worthwhile enough for search engines to rank them, especially if there are other sites that sell the same product. Just rewriting the product description often isn't enough. So a better strategy is to get content from experts explaining how to use the product, or the same from users of the product. The idea is to make the page worth visiting for more than just the product information itself.
Now, I'm sure many of our viewers are thinking the same thing I am right now.
And that is?
Just how much does Stone Temple spend on Eric's hairstyling for these videos?
Seriously?
No, but what we're really thinking about is, well, the strategies that you've been sharing with us, I mean, they're hard. They all would take a lot of time, effort, and even money investment to pull off.
Yes, there's no denying that. Successful competitive advantage campaigns always take a lot more effort and investment, but that's exactly why they're worth doing. Remember what I said earlier. One of the things that makes them so rewarding and long-lasting in their benefits is that because they are hard, it's a lot less likely that your competition will be able or willing to replicate them. Thus, the payoff isn't just yours alone. It can be yours alone again and again and again over a long period of time.
Well, thanks, Eric. In this episode, we've given you several tips on how to build a sustainable competitive advantage in your marketing space. Now, Eric has even more to share in his Search Engine Land column, which you can read at the link on your screen now.
Actually, almost every episode of these Here's Why's videos provides great sustainable competitive advantage ideas. That's not an accident. We built Stone Temple into an Inc. 5000 company serving some of the top brands in the world through aggressively pursuing sustainable competitive advantages. And we teach our clients how to do exactly the same thing.
So be sure to subscribe to this series so you'll never miss out on one of those tips or ideas.
So, Going back, you might remember that Mark told you that there's this great thing we were working on that I wasn't willing to tell you about. But since Mark said I wasn't going to tell you, now I am going to tell you. We've been working on something called the UGC Accelerator. It's a machine learning based solution which actually dramatically lowers the cost of processing user-generated content for putting on your site. And we call it the Accelerator because if it's dramatically cheaper to moderate user-generated content, then you can do more of it. We're very excited about this and its potential for driving SEO for our clients. So Mark, have you found more reliable sources for political polling?
I sure have, Eric. And I'm balancing my sources too to get the best perspective.
Yes, those are indeed respected news sources from different ends of the political spectrum. So after your research, who seems most likely to win our next presidential election?
Well, after looking at the results and the polls here and the choices, I'm kind of wishing I could vote for Kragor from Zarkon 3 after all.
Seems like a good bet to me.